Hey everyone, I just wanted to touch base really quick on this whole discussion that's happening right now about whether or not NF dissed Eminem in his new song Returns. Um, so for everyone who wants context, I believe it may have been, I think it was Kamikaze or something that Eminem put out, and he said a line that said, "An effin' recovery clone of me." Anybody who knows when NF was coming up in the business, he there was a lot, especially before Mansion, all that stuff. If you heard his really old stuff, I mean, he was highly influenced by Eminem. His flow was like Eminem. He sounded just like Eminem. I know that gets people riled up. They don't like that, but that is the reality. If you heard his original stuff, it was not the NF we know now. The NF we know now is NF. Straight up him, not a clone of Eminem. He knows his lane. He knows who he is. But when he was first starting out, he sounded just like Eminem. And there's moments still where he has certain flows that will remind you of Eminem. But that said, there's nothing wrong. Actually, there's nothing offensive even to being compared to what many people consider to be the greatest rapper out there. So it's not a diss unless you're saying that NF does not have a personality of his own or doesn't have an understanding of who he is. When you know NF's music, you know that he is so much in his own lane. When you really compare his tone and Eminem's tone, it's not the same, but I get where people are coming at. Okay, so with that all said, I really do think, I don't know if I would consider what Eminem said a diss towards NF, but I definitely am a believer that it was towards NF. And the reason is he swore in the line right before that line. And then he goes, "An effing clone of me, a recovery clone of me." People, hello, that's the kind of stinking genius Eminem would put out. Where it's a nod to the fact that NF doesn't swear. And he does. I remember, I think it was Will Smith back in the day where he wouldn't swear in any of his music so that kids could listen to it. And I think Eminem took a swipe at him. I think it was with Will Smith where he just basically says, "Oh, you don't need to swear. Well, I do," or something like that. And then he just kind of goes off. So I do think that was a mention of NF. I don't personally think that's a diss. Not many people can quote unquote clone Eminem. Even when people compare people to Eminem, many times it's just because they're a white rapper. But with NF, it is the quality of the product that he puts out. It is the vulnerability in the music he puts out. It is the relatability that he puts out. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember when Eminem first came out, there was this award show where he had everybody come out looking just like him, and he was talking about just the fact that all of these fans that he has, they just think just like him, and they just can't speak those words. I mean, NF has said that in the past in his own music, and it's so true. He is this generation's Eminem, and I know it's not saying that NF is not his own person. NF is NF and will always just be NF. His lane is different. His flow is different. His talent is different. But we can't ignore the fact that he has been influenced by Eminem, and rightfully so. In the same way that many rappers after NF will be influenced by NF's music, but not only his music, his lyrics, the way he chooses to be vulnerable, the way he puts together thought around his music videos. Like, there's so many layers to who NF is, how good of an actor NF actually really is on camera. There are so many things about what makes NF about amazing. Like, he's not just a rapper. He can sing, he can write, he creates his own beats. He has a whole idea of what his brand is, and he stays on point with that. And so that's why he's gained the traction that he has, and his fan base has stayed loyal to him. Because when everybody was poo-pooing it or saying that there's no way that he can get traction, look at what he's done. Look at what he's done. He's done that on his own terms. And he didn't do it with a bit. You got to understand, Eminem was fighting originally. It took Dr. Dre to give him a chance, to give him an opportunity to be heard. And Eminem really has clawed, sorry, not Eminem, but NF really has clawed his way out of everything, really depended on the loyalty of his fan base. And without much hoopla or much promotions of anything except word of mouth, he has brought himself to the level that he's at right now. With that said, they also think that NF dissed Eminem in his song The Returns, and I'm telling you guys, I think that's a reach. That's a straight up reach, to me at least. But let's say he did. It's the part where he says something about like, there's no I in team, take the T and the A out. And then obviously if you take the T and A out of team is M. But the next line is talking about me, the word me. So I felt like that was more saying that what's left is me. But because of the way it's spelled, it leaves M, not me. So I can hear that. And there's other ways in which he just kind of calls out a person in the song Returns. And if he did do that intentionally towards Eminem, I kind of like it, y'all. Like, I kind of like it. Because it is telling me that he thinks highly, well, it's not, first and foremost, I still don't think it's a diss, but I would like it if it actually was about Eminem, because it's a subliminal mention of NF in Eminem's song. I would love it to be a subliminal message to M back from NF. Like, I like that kind of play, because usually, obviously, diss tracks are so in your face, and it's not gonna be a sneak diss or anything like that. So, to me, it's a sign of respect more than anything. And maybe it's because I'm an Eminem and an NF fan. Somebody once said Eminem was for my childhood and NF is in my adulthood. I don't think it has to be either or. These are two great artists. I don't think they were dissing each other. I do think they did. It could be potential that both of them have mentioned each other. I mean, obviously, in the song for outro, he says, I'm not, NF says, I'm not a rap god. I don't need you people to bow to me. Obviously, that's a nod to M. So, all of that to say, I like this conversation, though, and I would love it if you guys tell me what you think. Do you think that Eminem and NF are actually saying anything about each other, or is this just a real reach that's going on right now? And obviously, we would love to, for me, not we, just for me, I would love it if Eminem was talking about NF clearly, because that's telling you that he's actually heard about him. And I don't know if Eminem has heard about NF yet. I hope he has, and I hope this is the year, you know? I still believe, like, I still love a collab, which would be kind of hard because there's a lot of NF's fan base. I don't know. But anyways, if like, he's got a younger fan base, so if he did it, not a younger fan base, actually, I'm going to say NF has a fan base in all age ranges, but his younger fan base might not be able to hear that collab if that came out. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, NF probably would stay in his lane, no profanity, but Eminem would probably stay in his lane, and you know his lane. So, anywho's, that's my thoughts. Would love to read your comments about what your thoughts are, if it is a diss or not. Thanks. That's it.